got niggas in Scotland? Damn, we everywhere.
Why am I waking up on TikTok to find out that Black Americans are only discovering that there are Black Scottish people?
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi Leah. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome to the channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thanks for stopping by once again. Welcome back. So this video is something kind of interesting. Basically, it's a diaspora discussion. One way or another, our African American people discovered that there are Black people in Scotland, you know, Black Scottish people.
Guys, the entertainment on that last post in the last 24 hours has been crazy. But welcome to Black Scottish TikTok. I'm a slow down so that y'all can understand me. My new transatlantic followers are having a hard time following along, at least that's what they're saying in the comments. So, let me answer some frequently asked questions. Number one, yes, I am Black. Yes, I am Scottish. I am not Sassenach. I am not Irish. I am not Welsh. 43 years born and raised in Scotland. 100% Scotch beef right here. Anyway, I'm not sure how this got to America, me complaining about the weather. But welcome. Black Scottish TikTok isn't just me either. There's a number of Black Scottish creators, so I'm gonna tag some. You can blow up their comment section as well.
My friend was saying that Americans have found Scottish Black people, and then I look at my comments and they're literally flooding my comments about talking about we found you. Girl, I've been here. We've been here. Oh, for real, but we've actually been here for years and just no one recognizes us or our talents. Nothing.
And it has been a whole sensation. It is trendy right now. Like, it is a hot topic. Everybody is making videos about it. Everybody is chiming in, you know, the Black people in the UK, African American people, the Africans, the Caribbeans, everybody is chiming in on it, you know. First of all, a lot of people in the diaspora were surprised that our African American brothers and sisters seem to just be finding out that they are Black Scottish people.
So my Caribbean cousin are scrolling to TikTok and seeing that Black Americans apparently discover something. Who you say? They just discover that Scotland, Black people are living in Scotland and they're Scottish. This is not Christopher Columbus. Black Americans, I want to know, all you forget all the history? Do you not know there's Black people all over the world? Not just in America, not just in Africa. Black people exist all over the world. We migrate, you know. We just don't want to be American. We want to be everything. We are very inclusive people. We want to be everywhere.
Honestly, this whole, oh my God, there's Black people in Scotland. It's honestly, I can't. I'm trying to be nice here, yeah. But then I go because a little bit of it is like people just don't know. So you get Black Scots, you get Black Irish, you get Black Brits. Black people go everywhere to the annoyance of some. But like, then you get to the comments and it just reaffirms some of the stuff that I think about some of you Americans. Like, what the hell, man? Some of the ignorance that like, it just blows me away. People saying you're on the wrong island. What? Like, do you call yourself Scots or African Scots? What? I'm genuinely blown away sometimes. And I thank TikTok because you have been the app that has fully exposed people's ignorance. Like I said, there are people that are genuinely like, oh wow, cool, like, didn't know that, and your accent, wow, very thick. But then the majority of people, it's like, it's almost as if the internet doesn't exist over in America, or didn't, or like it was on some sort of VPN where you only got fed American-centric information.
And yes, there are Black people in Scotland. Scotland is a part of the UK, and the Black people in Scotland are less than 2%. So yes, I think it's kind of rare, but there are Black people in Scotland. And now it is good that they're getting their moment to shine. A lot of them are getting a lot of love from African American people. And I kind of like this because, you know, when we get to learn more about each other, educate ourselves, build a relationship, complement each other. I like that. Okay. So that is the good part of this discussion.
To our new cousins in Scotland, I just had a couple of questions that I want to ask in hopes that we can better get to know each other. Okay. Number one, this is a two-part question. How did y'all get over there and what y'all be doing over there? I know what Google tells me, but I don't want to hear from Google. I would like to hear from you. Question number 2, do you participate in the same Scottish traditions, i.e. the bagpipes and the kilts? And if so, please send footage, and specifically in with those in which you're wearing the kilts. The question number 3, what y'all be eating out there? Is it the same notion as in America where we kind of eat our own foods and there's just some places and some people's foods we just will absolutely not eat? Number 4, do y'all all season the food the same over there? Over here, it's not the same. We have specific seasons that we have, and then there's other people who don't use any, or maybe salt and pepper is their main ingredient for their seasoning. Number 5, do y'all all live in the same neighborhood? Is it like it is over here where they all make us live in the same neighborhood because it's really cheap, and then one person moves in and then they bring all their friends and then they move us out by racking up the prices and then flushing us out to a different neighborhood? And that's all for now. I'll be back with other questions, but let's just start with these 5. Thank you. Have a great day. And it's so nice to have met you.
I got a few questions. Number 1, what type of food do y'all got over there? Y'all got like black owned restaurants? Do y'all got black owned businesses? Number 2, what the housing market over there looking like? I'm in the United States military, so I got a VA loan. Can I use my VA loan over there? Number 3, what is the dating scene over there like? Do y'all have y'all own Michael Jordan? Who's your LeBron? What the swag over there like? Like, what's that drip? How y'all dressing over there? What is the club scene like? Do y'all line dance? Y'all like to dance? Cause we got our own dances. Do y'all got y'all own dances? What y'all slang words? What's some of y'all slang words over there?
My friend was saying that Americans have found Scottish black people, and then I look at my comments.
Look, I'm not trying to sound ignorant, but all of y'all have hydrated skin. Y'all look happy as hell. Y'all showing us around like this was Red Note. Why haven't we known about y'all? Y'all not gonna tell us like how it is over there? Because clearly y'all look real happy. Like all of y'all don't look stressed out. We fighting for our lives out here not to end up back on the plantation, and y'all just happy as could be.
Honestly, like the best part of us Black Americans discovering Black Scottish people that is most amazing to me is that we can finally put on front and center that our education system sucks. Because baby, we did not know about y'all. Let me tell you something. I am learning so much right now. I've never wanted to go to Glasgow, whatever. I want to go. Like, it seems so lit over there. Everybody seems like they're just enjoying themselves, and like we're over here stressed, baby. Do y'all know why we're stressed? I don't know if y'all see our news. There's this big orange guy. Like, we are stressing. And I gotta tell you, seeing y'all over there in Scotland, it's giving frolic. It's giving, we need to go over there. Like, I'm straight up hating. Like, yes, we have a million questions. What is the food like? I mean, like, where do y'all go and hang out? Like, we know nothing. Please tell us more. Like, I'm following every single person I see. Like, I'm like, please come pick us up. It's ghetto here.
A lot of times people complain about how a lot of Americans really do not know so much about the world, the way the rest of the world knows a lot about America, you know. You find out that people outside America know more about America than people within America know more about people outside the world. So I think this is just a representation of what is going on, because a lot of our African American people have made statements that also point to the fact that they don't know that a lot of these Black Scottish people are first, second, third generation immigrants from the Caribbean or Africa, you know. On one end, we have the African American people bonding and embracing these Black Scottish people and just curious to know more about them. And on the other end, we have some of them feeling like, oh, they must be, in quote, foundational Black Scottish.
Mayfusa says there's nothing like foundational Black Scottish. They are African and Caribbean immigrants in Scotland. I'm not talking to the immigrants. Mayfusa, I'm not talking to the people that fled. Mayfusa, I'm not talking about the people that can be deported. See, those immigrants over there can be deported. I'm talking about the foundational Black Scotland people. I'm not talking about you refugees. I'm not talking about you fleers. I'm not talking about you immigrants and migrants and illegals that come over there that are first and second generation. Y'all are not important, okay? Y'all are not. Y'all are immigrants. Talk about your homeland, Mufese. You are not important. Well, hold on. I'm not saying the first and second generation Scotland people are not important. I'm sorry. That came out real harsh. I'm sorry. But for you, Mufese, I don't need to hear from them. I want to hear from the people that are indigenous. I want to hear from my foundational Black Scottish people.
Now, a lot of people were in that brother's comments correcting him and pointing out the fact that a lot of the Black people who are in present day Scotland now are immigrants, or their parents or grandparents are immigrants. And even some of the Black people that came as of maybe the 15th or 16th century still had African or Caribbean heritage.
Black people have been in Scotland for centuries, and I am so glad to add to this discourse and so glad we're taking a break from the diaspora wars. Here's a mini history lesson. If you're new here, I'm Shay. I'm a PhD candidate at Harvard, and the candidacy is actually in history, and it's very rare I get to talk about my day job, so let me nerd out a little bit. This is Jesse Glasgow Jr. He's an African-American who went to Scotland in about the late 1850s to study at the University of Edinburgh, and he went on to write one of the most radical pamphlets on Harper's Ferry, which is the rebellion that happened in Virginia in 1859. Then you have the Sierra Leonean James Africanus Horton, who was a British surgeon, all around intellectual. I mean, he did a lot of things actually in the late 19th century. I'm not going to hold you, but one of his works is one of the sharpest critiques we have in the 19th century of British imperialism in West Africa. And he studied at the University of Edinburgh to get his medical degree. Then we have the Jamaican Pan-Africanist Theophilus Scholes, who's also studied at the University of Edinburgh for his medical degree and wrote The British Empire and Its Alliances, which is one of the sharpest critiques we have of British imperialism, specifically within the West Indies. Finally, this is Dr. Yewande Savage. She was one of the first West African women to qualify as a medical doctor, and she is Scottish-Nigerian. She graduated with first-class honors in 1929 at the tender age of 23. So yes, Black people have been in Scotland forever, and I'm sure there's probably earlier histories, and I would love to come to Scotland and do a lecture, because now I'm just like, I love all the solidarity that's happening right now.
But I know some people will argue that every land was originally inhabited by Black people, and except those particular Black people segregated themselves and ensured that they did not mix with the palm-colored people who took over these lands, it will be very difficult for the descendants of these melanated indigenous people of Scotland to present as monoracially melanated, Black, dark-skinned people in this present day. But I want you guys to let me know, do you think that Scotland was originally inhabited by Black people? But we cannot deny that there are some discussions that are coming up as a result of this trend that seem divisive, just like this particular one.
The Black Scottish is a trend right now. Shout out to my Black Scottish people. We knew about y'all. We just kind of forgot, because y'all be in your own lane. Y'all be chilling or whatever. We read about y'all, the Black people of Scotland and everything, okay? So I just want to say that salute to y'all. I'm happy that y'all connecting with the Black Americans. Salute. But my Black Scottish people, I want y'all to listen to me. Listen to me good. I know you've been seeing the little diaspora war that's been going on different apps, on TV, wherever you see it. I know you've been seeing it, but let me tell you something. Do not let them Africans speak for y'all, okay? Those Africans gonna try to take y'all culture. They gonna try to say they created everything. They gonna say if it wasn't for us, it wouldn't be no Black Scottish people. Do not let them try to erase who y'all are to that land, okay? Do not. These Africans are trying to, how can I say? They're trying to take the shine from y'all, okay? Even the Africans that's moving to Scotland are trying to take the shine from the people that been in Scotland before the Africans even fled there, okay? My Black Scottish people, please watch out for them. Y'all, and one thing I like about my Black Scottish people, y'all have great comprehension skills. Y'all are nothing like them Africans, okay? Y'all are nothing like them Africans and Caribbean, but most definitely those Africans. Do not let these Africans speak for y'all, tell y'all history or none of that, because they're going to try to tell y'all history and Africanize Scotland, Black Scottish people. Do not let them Africanize you. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. I get it. I understand the history. I understand the certain roots. But y'all have a different root from them people. Y'all ain't nothing like them Africans. Anyway, salute.
So imagine making a video saying beware of the Africans. But the irony is that these very people are actually of African and Caribbean heritage. Heck, they even have their different countries' flags in their bio. And there's also been a discussion of, do you see how they don't refer to themselves as African Scottish?
Do y'all see how the Black people from Scotland call themselves Scottish and not African Scottish? Very mindful, very demure.
But this just points to the fact that the racial dynamics is different in other countries from how it is in America. America is so hyper-focused on race, so much so that you identify as your ethnicity or your race before your nationality. But in a lot of other countries, it is not like that. And this is not to say that racism or anti-blackness does not happen. It just means they don't necessarily use their race upfront as a marker when identifying themselves. And also another reason why Black Scottish people don't see the need to refer to themselves as African Scottish or Afro Scottish is because it's a given that they are African. So they don't even feel the need to state African in front because it is already assumed when you see them, they know that they are African. And a lot of them being just first, second, or even third generation Scottish still have very strong ties to their African or Caribbean country of origin.
Apparently, Black Scottish people do not let the Africans speak for you, do not let the Africans take over your culture like they did to us, and let the Africans claim that they made what you made and whatnot. That is what a Black American said on this app. So I've lived in Scotland for the past a couple of years anyways. Most Black people in Scotland are actually of Caribbean or African descent. Majority of us are descendants of immigrants, or some people are still fresh immigrants like myself. It's been a couple of years, but you know how it goes. Most people are in tune with their culture, they know where their parents are from or where they're from. Black Scottish people who are also of Caribbean or African descent do not separate, like they're not two separate entities. They're both. They claim both their Scottish side and their Caribbean or African side, basically their ethnic nationality as well. So coming on here to say that Black Scottish people do not let the Africans speak for you is so weird, like, because the same Black Scottish people you're speaking to are Caribbean or African. The reason why I mentioned them being Black American is because the person said like they did to us too. So Black American is not a monolith. I'm not saying all of them think the same way, but that's just based on what that person has said. And next, someone else in the comments also said, not in his comments, never said that. It's Black American. They said, we don't hate the Black Scottish, we only hate the Black Brits. This is the United Kingdom of Great Britain. People from Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland, they're all British, they're all classified under the United Kingdom of Great Britain. So please, at least buy the book. You know, before you speak on these things, kind of have like a general background knowledge. Majority of the Black people in Scotland are of Caribbean or African descent, majority. So I don't know why when people are coming on here and trying to make all of the Black Scottish a monolith by saying that they want to speak to the foundational Black Scottish people. Please, can we not do that, okay? It's not a diaspora war. It's just, do not try. You can, if you think you're a foundational Black American, so be it. But do not try to come and place an identity on other people, which is what they're not. These people have said they're Black Scottish people of so descent. Parents are immigrants or parents before that. So let them be what they are. Let us be what we are. I'm African. I live in Scotland and England. Scotland most of the time, but you know what it is. Let people be what they are. Do not place nothing on them. Thank you.
I think this is a learning moment, and it will be good for those people making those problematic videos to realize that things work differently in other countries. I think the reason some of them were so excited to see Black Scottish people is because some of them thought they were indigenous to the land. Or it could also be because the accent is very alluring. I personally love to hear them speak. But then you see, on the other hand, some of them starting to realize that, oh, these are not indigenous Scottish. They are basically immigrants and children of immigrants. And to some of these people, it's kind of downing their excitement because some of them outrightly do not like African immigrants. And they're taking that same sentiment and applying it to these Black Scottish people. You can see this anti-African sentiment being expressed in statements and videos like this, where someone is saying, oh, when I look at the Black Scottish people, I see my ancestors, but when I look at the Africans, I don't see my ancestors.
I see my ancestors when I look at the Black Scottish, but when I look at Africans, I don't see nothing about my ancestors. You know, the Black Scottish are African and Caribbean in descent, right? Most of them, right? See, you guys are trying to push a divide that does not exist. You are trying to push a divide that does not now you want to pitch them against Africans. You are using the YT man's tactics, divide and conquer.
Oh well, at the end of the day, I am glad that this is happening. You know, the exchange of love and kinship and support between the Black Scottish people and our African American brothers is really heartwarming for me. It's good to see us loving up on each other. It's good to see this diaspora unity happening. I just really wish that certain people were not taking this as an opportunity to also express some form of negativity towards other people in the diaspora.
I just did a deep dive on Black Scottish TikTok, and I'm trying to figure out, like, why do they seem really cool? They seem very different from other black Europeans, right? Because the British, annoying. I hope I never have to talk to those people again. And, you know, I'm not really so familiar with other parts of the European black diaspora. The French are cool. Like, I like French black people too. Maybe it's just the British that suck. Anyways, something about them seems different though. Is it just me? Like, it's like looking at a mirror. Obviously we all black, but I'm saying like culturally, like, oh, like that really feels like my people. Like, I don't know. They'll feel like my people. Like, I feel like we know each other. Like, we long lost cousins for real.
Indigenous Scottish people give the same energy as FBA. If we were all in the room and nobody spoke, I would think they were FBA. I could tell from their DNA that they're nothing like the Africans. I said what I said. Argue with your mama.
Obsessed. They are obsessed with us. Because how in the world do they even know that black Americans are saying black Scottish people on their For You pages? How do they know that? Because they watch us. All right, they watch us like a hawk, similar to white folks. I don't know why. I have no idea why that is. But they watch us, okay? And of course they're saying things like, oh, black people didn't know there were black people in Scotland. Well, black Americans didn't know there were black people in Scotland. No, we knew there were black people in Scotland, all right? We knew that. We know that there are black people everywhere on earth. We're not stupid. But we've just never seen one. Most of us have never been to Scotland. We've never seen one, so it's exciting when you see one, yeah. So what? It's like seeing a deer out in a city. You're not gonna see a deer in a city. You know what I mean? But how do y'all always know what's going on with us? It doesn't make sense. You are obsessed because I don't know anything that's going on with black folks in London or Africa. Y'all never pop up on my For You page.
Now, of course, some of the people that are saying these weird things, I know they do not speak for all the African Americans. Majority of our African American people that have been reacting to this Black Scottish discourse have been very positive. And it's refreshing to see. And you guys know I will tell it as it is. I can understand why some of our African Americans are being triggered by the way the rest of the diaspora is reacting and responding to this whole African American / Black Scottish discourse. Because a lot of people from the rest of the diaspora are expressing how ignorant, in quote, African Americans are. Ignorant for not knowing that there are black people in Scotland. And also pointing out that these black people in Scotland that you seem to like so much are also Africans and Caribbean people. And in the bit of them saying this, a lot of them have come out as condescending or mocking. So I can understand why that would trigger some of our African American cousins. So that is where I believe this misunderstanding is coming from. And I think our people can really benefit more from traveling. Leave your country, go to other countries where there are black people, and then see how you are treated and learn about their culture. See how well you blend with them before you conclude that your certain ethnicity is not liked by other black people in other parts of the diaspora. But I love the vulnerability that I'm seeing from the African American people. I love how excited they are to learn about Black Scottish people. And I definitely want to see more of this within the diaspora. So yeah, that's all for this video. Please, you guys, let me know what you think. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Why is it the moment that black Americans find joy, all of a sudden someone from the diaspora has to come and snatch it away? Why is it such an issue that we're celebrating and embracing our newfound black Scottish cousins? I keep hearing, why y'all like them? Y'all don't like us, da-da-da. The question is, why do y'all try to separate yourselves so much from us? Y'all don't like us. Y'all don't love us. Y'all make it clear that you're not one of us. We're never going to be one of y'all, and that you never want to be one of us. You want to distance yourself so far away from us to the point where we decided to listen to you and step back. Now that we're finding a group of us that actually love us, it's an issue. You hate to see us happy. You hate to see us with any part of joy. It's sad. We're not doing this anymore. You're either loving us and we're loving you, or it's just nothing, because we're not going to waste our energy. We're the type of people, if you tell us you don't like us, we're not going to keep being in your face. We're going to take a step back. And that's exactly what's happening. So I don't understand why you're mad. I think the better question is, do you love yourself? Because if you loved yourself, you would not hate us as much as you hate us. You would actually embrace us. And I think that's what the issue is, because for the first time, at least for me, I'm seeing a group of people that actually love themselves to claim the place that they live. They're claiming Scotland. they're proud to be from Scotland, but a lot of y'all are not proud to be from the place that y'all actually live in, that you were born in. That's why y'all cling so much to your ethnicity. And your problem with Black Americans is the fact that we're from this country. We acknowledge what's going on in this country, but we actually are proud to be from this country in a way because we know what we built in this country. And despite what y'all think, we know that we have culture in this country. We have history in this country. And that's what sets us apart. And that's what makes y'all mad. And that's what we don't get about y'all. Because we're being ourselves.
African Americans don't want to go to war. We would love to be in community with all Black people. It feels like we're constantly being attacked no matter what we do. Take the Scottish situation. Okay. From my understanding and my perspective, the Scottish situation, in short, is that Black Americans have very recently discovered that Black people live in Scotland and are now amused, intrigued, want to learn more. Black British people in general are bemused by that information because, one, the idea that Black Americans or Americans in general didn't realize that Black people lived in Scotland kind of gives credence to this idea that we globally have, that Americans in general have quite a poor education system and so are not up to date or informed about the international, like what happens internationally, which kind of is at the center of a lot of diaspora wars when it comes to Americans, that Americans don't necessarily have a finger on the pulse of what's going on internationally. So this would kind of prove that point. Secondly, I think across Black Brits, it's amusing because it's being kind of discussed as though Black Scottish people are completely separate from Black Brits. It's like imagine if Black Brits just discovered that there were Black Idahoans, like, and we were like, oh my god, Black Idahoans, and then we were obsessed with Black Idahoans, and you guys would all be like, wait, what the hell? Like, yeah, Idaho is a separate state to generally like all the other places, but it's still in America, so they're still Black Americans, they're still African Americans. It's like the same thing, like, yes, Scotland is separate to England, and Scotland is not the same as London, and, you know, Black Brits that live in London, which arguably make up a majority of like Black Brit experience kind of discussions and perspectives that are seen online, but it's not separate to the Black British experience. So it was funny that it was painted that way, almost as like a separate group of people to Black Brits. I don't think that was a situation. I just feel like Americans can be very sensitive. I don't feel like, because I do think that sometimes Black Brits and Black Africans, we have diaspora wars. Black Brits and Black Caribbeans, we have diaspora wars. And Black Brits and Black French, we be going at each other. And like, I just feel like we get over it. But I feel like Black Americans are so sensitive. And it's like, God, we can't laugh because you didn't know that there were Black people in Scotland without you thinking that it's a war. Oh my God. It's not a war. It's just funny. That's all. Love to all the Black people.